Tough conversations can pop up anywhere, whether it's in the sword alley, the pickup cab, or over supper at the kitchen table. And let's be honest, navigating those talks can leave everyone involved feeling frustrated, unheard, or stuck. That's why I created a free guide, Handling Hard Conversations, 3 Steps to Creating Space for Clarity, Connection, and Mutual Respect. In this quick and practical resource, you will learn how to pause and ground yourself before your emotions run wild, validate both yourself and others, building trust, and how to ask honest questions that lead to real connection. These 3 simple steps can help you communicate better and keep your relationships, whether it's with your family, your crew, or your spouse, strong and steady, even on the hard days. Download your free copy today and start moving more smoothly through those hard conversations with confidence. The link is in the show notes, so go grab it now. Here's to drawing good movement.
I'll carry you, you carry me, we'll help each other through it. Come on and see, good movement draws good movement.
Welcome to Good Movement Draws Good Movement, the podcast where farmers, ranchers, and rural folks can grow relationally through awareness, understanding, and effective communication. Hey, it's T. I'm your host, and I, along with my guests, will be covering topics related to drawing good movement. Things like self and social awareness, brain science, positive psychology, extending grace, and so much more. We'll share tools that can help you understand why you are the way you are, why others are the way they are, and how you can use that to step out of self-told lies with grace and compassion to draw good movement in conversations, relationships, and life in rural America. Let's go draw good movement. Welcome back to the Good Movement Draws Good Movement podcast. This is episode 100 of the podcast. Cue applause. Our sound effects by the one and only Tom. This episode, we are doing listener Q&A. Are you excited for that?
Yep.
Sounds like it. The first question is for you. What made you start paying attention to emotions?
Well, I think I said this not very long ago. Like, I was just kind of tired of being mad all the time. Like, I only felt like I had but one emotion, and it was angry. And then when the kids said they were scared to go to work with me, that one kind of opened my eyes to I better do something else. It's not like I was abusive, right? Like, I didn't beat our kids, but like, it wasn't fun. And so if you weren't happy with outcome, or, people weren't doing their part or what you think their part is, I get pretty frustrated, and then it just builds and builds and builds. And I just kind of had to let go of the expectations a little bit as best I could. It's still a work in progress, but mostly it's just I was tired of being angry. And when I'd get angry, then I'd go hit the bags or hit the weights or chop wood or things like that. And I'm getting to an age now where my body's just not
about the physical activity.
Not like that. I mean, when you can't open your hands off of the axe handle or the hammer or the sledge or whatever, because you're just cramped, you're just locked up. I mean, physically, it's not a good place to be. And mentally, it's even worse because, the heart problems, the health problems that come along behind that you don't understand what happened or why that was going on when you're 25, 30 years old, and then they continue. And it's kind of a long-winded answer, I guess.
Yeah. Essentially, the relationship with the kids was not what you had pictured in your mind.
No,
you wanted it to be different.
Yeah. I remember being little and put to work pretty early, and that's okay. But I remember getting frustrated because I didn't always know the plan. And so, when I have my kids, I'm going to do it different. Well, you think that way and you try to do different, but you don't know how to do different because that's the example you had. So that's pretty easy to just pull up in the Rolodex. It's like, well, that kind of sort of worked. I mean, we got by, but maybe there's something else we could do.
We're going to know exactly how old our listeners are by the ones who know what a Rolodex is. I want to go back to what you're saying about the physical symptoms. Like when you get angry, you go chop wood and then you couldn't get your hands off the axe handle. And I would argue that that was not necessarily just physical. That was like the anger retention, like hanging on to the axe handle. Like you couldn't open your hands because of the anger that was retained.
Yeah, your hands are cramped up. And, I used to hit a punching bag quite a bit. And, you couldn't lift your shoulders. And when you're young and you're trying to stay in shape, which we try to do.
We're still young. I don't know what you're talking about when you're young.
Well, like younger, 25, 30, 35. That soreness is not a bad sore. It's not a detrimental sore. It's still like, well, okay, well, I was angry, but I'll be in better shape tomorrow and I won't wear out so fast or I won't blah, blah, blah. But hydration is key.
Yeah. And it makes a difference if you're using the activity to actually move the anger through or if you just are using it to like simmer the anger.
Yeah. And mostly it just became a raging boil, right?
Yeah.
There's pretty good sized trees around here that have been chopped in half.
But you mentioned the heart deal. Like that was way back when we were really young. You were having irregular heartbeat and they put a Holter monitor on you and made you keep a journal with it when you would feel your heart doing that. And do you remember what came of that?
Yeah, usually my blood pressure and my anger issues came in like stressful situations. So I had to kind of figure out how to chill that out. And back in those days, we didn't have kids. So it was like, well, I can take myself out of this situation. So we relocated. And that's probably not a long-term solution to a terrible problem.
Yeah, no, because it came back.
Yeah. I mean, it worked for a while, but it was not the answer.
Since you talked about the relationship with the kids in your answer to that question, the next question that came in was, how do you help your kids navigate emotions? Do you want me to go first on that one?
Yep.
Okay, I would love to go first. What I have learned over the years through doing my own healing is that helping your kids navigate their emotions, like the first step is actually letting them emote, not shutting them down. I was a big dry it up. You can be angry, but you can't be angry right here. Like those were actual things that I said to our kids. And now I realize that that's just teaching them to do what I was taught to do, which is dry it up and shove it down. And you can be happy, but not too happy and never sad or angry. So my approach has changed. And now what I do is validate them. Like, I can see that you're angry and it is okay to be angry. How can I help? Or if they're angry and they're choosing violence, I'll say, I can see that you're angry and that's okay to be angry. That's a really frustrating situation. And I'm not going to let you hit your brother. Also, that's something that I have actually said. And just like being there for the kids and providing a safe space for them to learn how to emote and work through their emotions. But I will say that has taken me finding a safe space for myself to also learn how to process and release emotions, because I was not good at letting them emote before I started doing this work on my own. What do you have to add?
Yeah, I feel like I've still got a long ways to go. So I have similar thoughts in that I don't really want to see it. And I really don't want to see it in public. Like there's a time and a place, but the one that concerns me is the one that has the personality closer to me. And it's just violence. Like violence, like if I hit it harder, it'll shut up or it'll stop. And that's been tough to watch because I can relate to that because that's where I went a lot. But also growing up with a sibling that was quite a ways older than I was, that didn't accomplish anything for me. at all. But just, I don't know, be supportive of what they got to go through. Be there. You can't go through it for them. They got to get through all of it. But it seems like the more support you give them, the faster they get through it and the faster they can get back to whatever they need to be doing. There's not always time for it, right? Like it's tough. Like you chew on a kid because they're in the wrong spot or they missed a cow or like in the heat of the moment you get after them and they take it maybe not the way you intended. It's a hard place to kind of go through it right then. Like, I know you're upset. I know you're having a hard time, but like right now we just got to get this done. And sometimes you have to count on them too to just mature enough. Like, we will talk about it. And we've done that.
Yeah. I was just going to say, like, you do a really good job of this. Is like, there's going to be times where you lose your cool. We're all human and that happens. But what you are really good about with the kids is repair. Like, if you get on to them about something and it was a little harsher, not the way that you, like, again, not the way you pictured it in your mind.
Stern.
You go back and you apologize and you like say what you could have done better in the situation and you try to explain things to them. Moral of the story is you're really good at repair. And one thing, like this happened last night. One of the kids was working on some homework and it was getting late and the assignment is due today. And you're like, this is the consequence of procrastination. And, you know, everybody does it and we're going to be here to support you through it, but we can't do the work for you. Like, you weren't dismissing their feelings and you were holding that boundary and letting them know that we're here for them.
And a lot of times when I yell at them, like it's a safety thing, right?
Yeah.
Like even somebody else's kids, like I've yelled at other people's kids and I'm not trying to yell at you, but if you hear it in my voice, like there's a urgency to that. And it's because I see something you don't see and people yell at me too. And I guess I've been yelled at enough. It doesn't really affect me that way. But being young, I do very much remember vividly how that tone was like, oh shit, like something bad's about to happen. So usually if it's a yell or scream or a holler or loud, it's because I see something.
You're trying to save somebody.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep you out of trouble. But then you got to explain why you got after them. And, you know, some kids take it okay.
Yeah, it's like we talked about a couple weeks ago when we talked about you and the kids moving cows that day. Like, when we're yelling out on the ranch, we're not like, it's a volume thing. It's not an anger thing generally.
Yeah. And you shouldn't be yelling across your cows anyways. Looking back, I could have done better too. I could have done better explaining. I could have stopped. I could have went back there. I could have done a lot of things, but I didn't. So that was a learning opportunity for me too.
Mm-hmm. Next question.
Sure.
Okay. What's the best way to teach young people new skills?
Are you going first?
I can. Okay. The best way to teach young people new skills. In my opinion, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody because everybody's a little bit different. And so my approach would be the first step is gaining some information about the learning style of the person.
Yes, I agree.
If they're visual, then take a visual approach. If they like things written down, write it down. If they learn by doing, then take them out and do it. But my approach is gain information on the learning style of the person. And then also be in a position to, like, one of the questions we got at GSL was like, what do you do about time constraints? And I was like, in my mind, there's no time constraints. We have all day to do this. It's okay if it's slow. Like, just go in there and expect, depending on what you're teaching. Like, if you're teaching them how to put a staple in a post, that shouldn't take all day. But if it does, that's okay. You're taking the time to set that foundation for them. And then the next time it'll be all like way faster, way more efficient. Do you have anything to add there?
No, I think you have to know how that person learns the best. I'm very visual. Yes, I watch a lot of YouTube on how to fix things. I'm not a mechanic. Taryn's dad, bless his heart, he was a very talented mechanic, horseman, cowman. He could do anything. And I learned a lot from him. And being he's no longer with us, I don't really have that person to go find to help me put a front end on a pickup or to help me fix the golf cart or to help me fix the mower. I mean, it sounds stupid, but I mean, we ranch for a living. We work for wages just like most people. And so if there's something I can do, if I can get the parts and I can do the labor, but yet I can better myself by doing it, that's how I like to learn. Taggart, with the welder, I told her this is how you strike an arc and I showed her when the welder was off. I explained it. I thought I was going to have to show her and she's like, okay, let me have it. And she took it and struck an arc and went to welding. And if you've heard good welders, you know what a good weld sounds like. And for a little itty bitty girl to take a stick welder and weld like that, I can't grasp that she can do that.
Plus, I think we just still view her as like our little baby. And so she shouldn't be doing big kid things.
But like the other one, Trip is very visual. He has to see it. You can explain it to him and it's like talking to a doorknob.
Like he has to see you actually physically do it.
Yeah, he's got to watch you do it. And then he might ask questions or he might not. Chances are he'll get in there and try it and just screw it up a couple times and then, give him some pointers and then he's off to the races and doing it. But repetition helps a lot. But as far as new skills, it just depends on how they learn the best.
Yeah.
Because I could read it and
yeah, and I prefer to read step-by-step instructions with maybe diagrams.
Well, I read, like, if you're getting a set of shelves, like, I'm going to read the instructions or...
I know, but that's not your preferred method.
No, absolutely not.
All right. What's your advice for raising kids while ranching? I think we maybe some of the emotion stuff touches on that, but I think one of the things that we've tried to do, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't push this lifestyle on our kids. Like there are times that, yes, we have them come along and it's not an option for them to not be out there with us, but most of the time there's an option.
Yeah, but I agree. Take them with you. Take them with you as much as you can.
Yeah, when they were little, they went with us everywhere.
Yeah, and that was a huge pain in the butt.
The pain in the butt?
Yeah, the pain in the butt.
Yeah, just give them the choice. Like if there's certain things that they like, Trip loves to do things horseback, doesn't love defense. Tenley, our middle child, she prefers working on barbed wire fence of all things.
And the little one likes to string. No, make no mistake. They have to do it all.
Yeah, they learn it all.
Yeah. Regardless of, and time permitting, sometimes we're all going. It does not matter.
Yeah.
Because if you take 4 or 5 of us out there, we can knock out big projects. We can knock them out fairly quick.
But more often than not, there's a ton of autonomy.
Oh, yeah.
And more often than not, they choose to come along.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess my advice is don't force it on them. Take them along, but don't force it on them.
Yeah. But also, they have tablets and they've got phones and, they could just sit here and be on those all day. And if we're going to go do something, especially if we all go do something, maybe you could probably think of a better time than I could because of memory, but they don't usually stay by themselves or even the girls will stay once in a while. But usually if 2 or 3 of us are going, usually all the kids go.
Yeah.
And then, you got that dynamic too. Because you got the oldest one, he thinks he knows best. And the middle one is good at other things and she thinks she knows best about certain things. So there's a whole nother dynamic once you get into that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you got to smack them around a little bit and remind them you're the boss.
If you couldn't hear the tone. He was totally joking there. Oh, I was going to add something here and I don't remember what it was. Oh, about the tablets and phones. Like, yeah, our kids have them, but even if they don't go out and do ranch stuff with us, they're not generally on the tablets or phones. They're like making slime or reading in their hammocks in the tree row
or
drawing or tumbling rocks or baking cakes out of their Harry Potter cookbook.
Hey, man, as long as you're not in that thing all day. But if they go with us, you might catch them a horse and they might get out there and it's like, well, I don't really want to go. I want to catch lizards and turtles and bugs. Cool. This horse needed some patience anyways. He can stand here tied to the trailer. But note, we might be gone for quite some time. So
yeah,
you've been warned. And when we come back, we expect not to hear that. At least I do. Like, I don't want to hear you fussing.
Continuing on.
Take snacks.
Oh, yes.
Take snacks. Take water. Rookie mistake.
Take the number of snacks that you think you need to pack and multiply it by like 3. On the advice topic, like sticking with that, if you could only give one piece of marriage advice to a young ranching couple, what would it be?
Communicate.
That's so broad.
Yeah. You might not like it, but be honest and communicate.
Hug each other.
I'm not going to support that one as much as you maybe do. But
well, the reasons are twofold. Hugs are proven to regulate your nervous system. And ranching with animals and kids and, well, I guess if you're a young couple, maybe you don't have kids yet. But animals and weather and all the things out of your control, your nervous system is bound to be dysregulated on occasion. And hugs are a nervous system regulator. And also connection, hugging each other and co-regulating with the hug strengthens and grows the connection between the two of you, which thereby makes the communication better. So mine trumps yours. Haha.
Set each other up to be successful. Like if, you're probably better with a horse than I am. So chances are very good you're going to ride the young stuff because I'm not here to make horses. But, I can do whatever and I don't mind doing most of it. So it's all cow work to me. Whether it's fencing, yeah, there's parts that are funner than others, but it's all cow work to me. So if you can count on them and their strengths to make you more successful in your spot, like you take the young stuff, and then once it gets to a point that I'm comfortable getting on it, I'll
finesse it.
I'll doctor on it or I'll rope on it or, Trip's coming up now and he's more than capable of doing that stuff too now. So feed off each other's strengths.
Yeah. I'll also say just give each other a ton of grace. Like we were fencing today, putting up weaning fence, and I totally was not thinking, and I put in the step in posts the wrong way for a third of it. And you didn't get pissed. You were just like, I was going to walk back and reset all of it. And you're like, no, don't do that. We'll go and we'll leapfrog it.
Well, that's an efficiency thing, right? That's a me being in my head efficient.
Yeah, you could still be efficient and you could have also been pissed off at me and yelled at me and whatever, and you didn't.
Oh, but we have. I mean, I have been, right? I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. We've had our differences, but we don't really have knockdown dragouts. Like I know a lot of people have very large, big, loud arguments, and we just
no.
When we had Trip, maybe in roommate mode.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really knockdown, drag out arguments. It was just zero communication.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like looking back, I can't even think what caused that. That might be something to bring up or talk about. The first kid jitters.
I don't know on your end, but on my end, it was because I was it was work and the kid and you were on the back burner.
Seems right. We'll let that go right there.
But yeah, when things like that would happen though, like if, years ago before, like when you were saying I was angry all the time, you would make comments then. Like you wouldn't yell at me per se, but I would know that you were upset with me. And like today, you weren't upset with me. You were more like, it's okay. Let's go fix it.
Yeah. And that's like, I wonder if a lot of this is maturing or actually work, or if it's one and the same.
Well, I think it takes work to mature.
That's something to think about.
The last two questions are, I think, more fun. Like they're kind of like not advicey, just fun questions.
Okay.
What's your favorite part of ranching? Do you need time to think? Because I already have mine. I'll go first.
You had the questions already, too.
Yeah, I did. My favorite part of ranching is just the whole nature aspect. Like, I love being out in nature, whether it's like how the plants grow together or what's going on with the soil, clear up to the cows and the weather. Like, I just like being in nature and seeing how it all is connected and works together. And then how do we humans play into that? Like, I just love that part. That's a big part. Now you go.
I don't really have a favorite. I have some less than favorite things. Like, I don't care to fence, although we do hundreds and hundreds of miles a year.
I string fence. We're not professional fencers.
No, but we go around hundreds and hundreds of miles.
I see what you're saying.
Year.
I see what you're saying. Maintenance, not putting it in.
Yeah.
I was thinking putting it in. But even that, like, I used to really not like going fencing either. But now it comes back to the nature part for me. Like yesterday, I found that flower that I'd never seen before when we were picking up the last of the meadow string. And so, like, now even the nature part is what makes this stuff that I don't like doing fun. And I'm in a place now where, like I said, there's no time constraints for me in my mind anymore. Like, if I see a flower and I want to take a picture of it, I'm going to stop and take a picture of it. I'm going to take the time to do the things that I enjoy, because what's the point if you don't enjoy it?
Yes, I agree with that. I still like the cow work to a point.
I mean, I do too. Like, that's part of the nature thing. But like the cow work and the horse work and the dog work, like, to me now in the last few years is more about improving my communication with them. Like, how connected can I be to them? Like, it's a challenge for me.
I agree. And that's why I still enjoy it. Like I say, to a point though, because we run a lot of cows, and depending on where you're at, how the setup is, it could be work just because the setup is work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the setup is less than cattle don't flow. Cattle don't want to work. Cattle don't want to go by, so it's always fun to a point. But like once I start getting tired, then I start getting frustrated, and it's like, all right, let's just be done. But yeah, I really enjoy the dogs more than the horseback anymore. But how little you can do with how much you can get done. So like when you go out to move a set of cows, how little can you do but still get your cows moved? And then it's a challenge, like, how paired up are they? Can I sort off the white faces and, hold them at the gate? I mean, then you can start to challenge yourself, and it sounds silly, but when you go to pull bulls or you go to work a critter or doctor a critter, usually we're by ourselves. We don't take a fleet of people. It's me or it's Taryn. Once in a while, it's both of us, or it's her and Trip, or Trip and I. And so the better you can handle stock and the better you communicate with that stock, the chances of you getting a better shot at a standstill to rope something, that means a lot to me, because that means the drugs are going to be more effective. I hope. Mm-hmm. That's my goal. And then when you get done, it's not like just turn it loose. It's like, okay, we gave you a shot. Now we're going to take that stress that we put on you off.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get in a hurry, we don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have the time, how well can you make that drug that you gave them work?
And see, I think when you said if you have the time, I always have the time. In my mind, I always have the time because when I say in my mind there's no time constraints, I realize that certain things have to be done on a certain schedule, but I put that out of my mind because that's one less thing putting pressure on me. And when there's less pressure on me, I can be more connected and communicative and all of the things. We kind of got off on a tangent there.
Yeah, but that's what's fun to me is
The tangents?
no, I don't I don't want to work hard doing this, right? Like I would just want to get higher skill levels. So if you can get higher skill level but still have fun,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else you want out of life besides money. I'd love to win the lottery. I would love that.
You have to buy a ticket first.
Yeah, well,
You'd love someone to give you their lotto money?
no, not even that. Like we talked the other day, like what would you do with the Powerball? It was at that time it was like 700 million, and now it's like
I think it was 800 million.
now it's at 1.3 billion.
Oh, I don't even know. It was a lot of money. It was a lot of doll hairs.
Yeah, you can't spend that much. I couldn't. I'd have to give half of it away.
And that's what I said. Like, I would set myself up so that I didn't need to work anymore if I didn't want to. Obviously, I want to, but the rest of it I would give to people who need it. Anyhow, now, what's your dream vacation?
My dream vacation.
Your dream vacation.
Dream vacation. I've never thought about that.
I haven't really either, other than my dream vacation, the location does not matter as much as I'm free to do whatever I want, wherever the wind blows me. I don't like vacations where you have a schedule of things that you're doing all the time. I don't. I actually just want my life to be like that.
Yeah. Your life is like that.
Mostly.
Yeah. I like doing the things.
I'm not opposed to doing things. I just don't want to have a schedule for doing the things. And I want to opt out of things that I don't want to do.
Yeah. Like I used to watch a lot of Rick Steves Travels Europe because that was the only TV channel we had.
We only got PBS.
So we had like Create. So like I really like to cook. So that fit right into me. But also like you'd sit there and watch Rick Steve travel around Europe, right?
Yeah, and you dreamt of having the cassette tapes to travel around Europe with Rick Steves giving you the tour.
Yeah. I know it's lame, but like Italy for the food, right? And then I'd go to I'd love to ski the Alps. I'd love to ski
Not me,
the
man.
Alps.
I'm a bunny hill kind of girl.
No, I want to go to the tippy top in the gondola and I want to ski down it all day long. Like one ginormous run, 10 hours or whatever.
Your legs
maybe it's 8 hours.
would be mush by the end.
Dude, I'd work out whatever it took. And then like Switzerland, Scotland, Iceland.
After watching Ted Lasso, I would like to go to England, Ireland.
Yeah.
What's that line? How many countries are actually in this country?
I don't remember that.
It's Ted that asks the question and Beard and Nate answer it, but I don't remember what the answer is.
I feel like a more realistic vacation would be like Alaska.
Yeah.
Like I would do that. I don't think going to the Amazon would be too far out of my reach, or going to like Argentina, Brazil, and see some of the cow works down there, places like that. Like I want to go somewhere and like I know there's going to be something to do there. Like if I go to Australia, like I want to meet Joe Spicer. Like I want to work dogs with him. I want to go to a station. I want to go up in the helicopters. I want to go do all the nastiest, the brush popping, bull catching. Like that's what I want to do. Those are realistic things. Like those could happen. Dream vacation has nothing to do with work. It'd be good food, having fun, someplace where I would never probably go again.
So it's like a one-off deal.
Yep.
You have a differentiation between your vacations.
Yeah. Yeah, the one-offs would be good food, Ireland, Scotland, Alps.
And my dream is just to do what I want when I want.
Yeah. So pretty much you're on vacation 24/7.
That's so not entirely true. That is all the questions that we had. Do you have any final thoughts for our listeners
No.
before I announce the giveaway for the 100th episode? I should have mentioned that at the beginning.
That there's a giveaway?
Yeah, so people listen to the end to hear what it is.
I don't know. I'm proud of you. 100 episodes. That's more dedication than you've had in the past on doing something. So good job.
Thanks.
I am proud of you.
Thanks.
And I think you've had a lot of good stuff on here. I hope it helps people out.
Me too.
It's not there to help everybody. Don't have a preconceived notion this is for everyone. It's not.
This is like my dream vacation. You take what you want, you take what's for you, and you opt out of the other stuff.
Yeah.
My podcast is my dream vacation.
Yeah, there you go.
Giveaway. What we are giving away for the 100th episode is 1 container of my favorite Wonder Cow colostrum for your healthy guts. Your choice of books by Dr. Gabor Mate, and a 1-hour guidance session with me. And I don't know what the total value of that is, but it's over $200. So if you would like to enter to win this giveaway, all you have to do is share this episode on social media. Make sure you tag me so that I know that you shared it so that I can get you in the hat and hopefully your name gets drawn. What do you think about that giveaway?
Sounds pretty generous. Unless I win, in which case.
You don't have social media to share it. Oh. Well, besides Snapchat. You could share it on your Snapchat stories.
That won't happen.
Would you read or listen to a book by Gabor Mate?
Veto.
Why? Just because you don't like reading?
Yes.
What if they made a movie?
Then I'd probably watch the movie.
It'd be hard to make a movie out of his books. And I already know, I've tried to get you to drink the colostrum. I know you won't do that.
I've drank it straight out of the tap once or twice.
True. The thing that I just want to leave everyone with is thank you. Thank you for tuning in for 100 episodes or 1 episode or 5 or whatever number episodes you've tuned in for. I just really appreciate you listening because this wouldn't be a thing without you. So thank you. And with that, until next time, draw a good movement. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful for you. If you found value in this episode, I'd love for you to share with others who might also benefit from tuning in. Share by word of mouth, send it in a text, take a screenshot and post it on social media, or share however you prefer. And if you haven't already, hit the follow or subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Until next time, draw good movement.